most distinguished boy, Alan. We all knew you would go far.
Oh, God.
I remember the day when you first arrived at...
Ah, Lady Hamilton. Good.
Alan, long time no see.
Do I know you?
Lance, Oakham, Martin, I used to be your fag.
Of course! Little Lance! Well, what's become of you since school? No, don't tell me. Doorman at the Empire, Leicester Square. Now, with all this braid and everything, you must be at least senior doorman. Well, very well done, Lance. I'll look you up the next time I'm in the market for 2 front row stalls.
Actually, old boy, the uniform denotes that I am president for life of the Republic of St. James.
Really? President for life? Gosh, that must pay awfully well.
Oh, it's only a very small, very poor island, Alan.
Yes, of course. All you third world countries are stony broke, aren't you? Doesn't seem to stop all you presidents for life running 17 wives and a fleet of Mercedes there.
Not me, old boy. 1 fiancée and a Sinclair C5.
Well, the other one has got a handmade shoe on.
Truly. We are poor because we don't have any banks, so it's very difficult for our farmers to obtain finance for their unique tobacco exports.
Really? Well, it's been wonderful talking to you again, Lance. We really must do this every 12 years.
Can't you help us, Alan? As a member of Parliament? And for the sake of the old school.
No. I don't suppose that as the guest of honour I'm entitled to something slightly nicer than Cypriot Amontillado.
But our St. James tobacco is very, very special. At least try some. What did you say? I suppose you could possibly lend me £1,000, could you? Only coming from a country that has no banks, it's very difficult to...
Certainly.
So, with no more ado, I call upon the Member of Parliament for Halton Price, Yorkshire, Old Fiskian, and future Prime Minister, Alan Beresford Bastard.
Right. Why have I got the largest majority in the House of Commons? Huh? Easy. Because more people voted for me than for anybody else. They all put their little crosses in my box. It's pathetic, really, isn't it? The amount of people who can't write their own names properly. You see, that's why we need schools like this. To keep us away from them, you see? To stop them dragging us down to their level. So don't talk to me about the education crisis. Look around you at this beautiful school. Nothing wrong with the education system that £2,500 a term can't put right, is there? Ditto the so-called housing shortage. I mean, there are thousands of empty houses if you know where to look. The Algarve is empty 6 months of the year. You see, that's what this country needs, you see. Radical ideas shooting straight from the hip.
Thank you, Alan.
Which brings us on to the health service. I mean, we hear an awful lot of lefty whinging about the NHS waiting lists. Well, the answer's simple. Shut down the health service. Result, no more waiting lists. You see, in the good old days, you were poor, you got ill, and you died. And yet these days people seem to think they have some God-given right to be cured. And what is the result of this sloppy socialist thinking? More poor people. In contrast, my policies would eradicate poor people, thereby eliminating poverty. And they say that we Conservatives have no heart. Thank you very much. That's going to look marvellous in my garden.
The Telegraph loved your speech.
Really? Have you looked in the mirror?
Yeah, they weren't impressed. Take no notice of the tabloids. They
No, Norman, have you looked in the mirror? You look very peculiar.
I thought I looked rather good. I mean, this colour lipstick and my complexion...
Oh, shut up, Norman. It's not important. We're only talking about you. Now, what have you found out about St. James?
Right. St. James, Caribbean island, 37 square miles, capital St. James City.
An original mind at work there.
Population 9,200, president for life, the Honourable LFK Martin.
Really? Good grief. He was telling the truth.
Alan, what is this all about?
No, I met Oakham Martin yesterday at my old school founder's day. He used to be my fag.
They let black boys into your school?
Of course they did. It was a very liberal regime. As long as they had enough money to pay the school fees and didn't mind being called Velcro Head. I lent him £1,000.
Oh, well, presumably you made him put up his island as security.
No, I didn't. My memory of events is rather hazy, actually.
But why should the president of a sovereign nation-state be short of the necessary?
Well, it's a very small island. It's a very small island, apparently. They don't have any banks.
No banks?
No.
Now, that's very interesting.
Interesting? I was rigid with boredom. Explain.
Well, if there aren't any banks, then you ought to let him get you to start one. We could make millions.
Millions? That is my favourite number. Go on.
Just hang on, let me just think this one through. Right. We offer high interest rates, no taxation, no exchange controls, and total confidentiality. Then, when you have ensnared a sufficient number of avaricious cretins...
Prudent investors.
...to deposit their ill-gotten gains...
Their hard-earned savings...
Well, then...
Yes? Yes!
Bingo! The bank goes out of business and all the money disappears.
Into my pocket. It's brilliant. Let's do it.
Now, what if Oakham Martin spells a rat?
No, don't worry about President Lance. He's as bent as a tabloid journalist.
Now, Alan, where are you going to find a large number of stupid, greedy people rich enough to invest in a dubious scheme like this?
I've got the figures here. United Kingdom, 0.47%. Federal Republic of Germany, 0.85%. Israel, 0.7%. Iceland, 0.63%. Norway, 0.97%.
Yes, I've got the olive oil. Have you got the blocking tap? Now, just remind me, it's the second left off the Streatham Highway. Yeah? Okay, see you then.
Luxembourg, 1.25%. No, I will not give way to the honourable member for Halton Price. I've got a lot more statistics for this house.
This house doesn't want your statistics. This house needs your statistics like it needs another Guy Fawkes.
Italy, 0.75%. Holland, 0.89%. Denmark, 0.77%.
Oh, shut up. This is even more mind-numbing than the Eurovision Song Contest.
France.
Ah, you said France. Sit down.
If I've said France twice, it's because it's a very important country.
Oh, ha, 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 ha. That's supposed to be a joke, isn't it? Except I don't notice Mr. Deputy Speaker doing much laughing, do you?
Order.
It is now 1 o'clock in the morning, and for the past 82 minutes, we have been listening to the honourable member for Birmingham Stetchford, a depressingly dreary little constituency which is admirably, droning on and on about how we don't give enough foreign aid. Well, I say we give too much. Particularly to tin-pot little dictators who aren't even decently grateful. If we have to give our money away to foreigners, then I say we should give it to pro-British tin-pot dictators. We should aid our allies. Like the brave little nation of St. James. This loyal little country which offered its services to Britain during the Falklands conflict.
Why don't you go live in the Falklands?
Oh, the Mogadon's worn off now, has it? The brave James, in 1982, offered their island as a strategic staging post. That they proved to be in the wrong ocean wasn't their fault, but a cruel trick of geography. And yet, what do these proud people receive in terms of aid? Not a farthing. Not a farthing. And yet here is a struggling little country that has not taken the communist path. That, indeed, is so keen to encourage foreign investment that the Bank of St. James offers 25% interest, tax-free, on foreign deposits of £25,000.
25%?
25% tax-free?
25% tax-free? Is there any likelihood of them opening a branch in my constituency?
Mr. Catchpole, the trees don't have branches in your constituency. Sorry.
Very, very special.
Hi there. Sorry about that technical hitch, folks. No one got any chewing gum when you need it. Still we managed to patch the leak and we're airborne. My name is Bobby J. Hurst III, and I'm your captain. Our flight time to Hanoi today to St. James is about an hour. God bless you for flying Caribbean International Airways. God bless Mom and Dad, and God help President Reagan.
Sri Lanka is 7.6%. Guatemalan Airlines is 5.2%. But Aeroflot is only 0.3%, which I think is pretty impressive.
Really? You hear that, Piers? You're my witness. Labour front bench spokesman admits he's a communist. Wait till Fleet Street hear about this.
You crushed my nuts.
I'm sorry, I didn't know you had any. Alan, why did you charter this old wreck?
I chartered it, Piers, because it was extraordinarily cheap. I'm £300 a head up before we even get to St. James.
Okay, we'll be commencing our run over St. James in a little while. I hope you all enjoying the flight because our motto is service with a smile. That's why so many famous people have flown Caribbean International. Buddy Holly, Otis Redding, Jimmy Reeves, Glenn Miller. Folks, the old jokes is always the best jokes. Cowboy!
God, I hate Americans. How can you have a nice day when there are Americans around?
Hello, you beautiful American. I'm afraid I just spilt my drink in my lap. I wonder if you could sort of mop it up a little. Oh, good.
Would Mr. Bastard kindly get his ass up to the cockpit? Thank you.
Yes.
Hi, Al. Enjoying the flight?
No.
Glad to hear it.
Anything else?
Yep. Seems like we got a little operational hitch concerning our ETA, Al.
I see. And in English?
Well, it's kind of hard to explain, Al.
Well, then why not try breaking the habit of a lifetime, Captain, and use your brain?
Alex, why don't you demonstrate?
Yes, sir. This is Caribbean International Airways, Flight 001er, requesting permission to land at St. James International Airport. Over.
This is St. James Police Station. Is that you again, man? You just won't take no for an answer. We tell you already, the airstrip closed until we harvest the sugar cane. Everybody knows that.
Quatermain. This is Alan Bastard, a member of Parliament from England. My majority is 4 times the size of your entire population. And I'm visiting your horrible little island as the personal guest of President Oakham Martin. Now stop playing silly buggers.
If President Lewis invited you, then praise the Lord. It's a miracle. The poor old man has been deaf, dumb and blind the past 3 years.
President Lewis? What are you talking about?
Lewis, that's the president's first name. We're all on first name terms here. This is a friendly island. Now push off, hunky.
Now listen, you stupid man. Your president's name is Lance. And he's perfectly fit and healthy. I should know. I happen to go to school with him.
Sounds like Lance has taken another hunky for a ride. Lance is the president's grandson. He's always pulling scams. A few years back, he nearly sold this entire island to the Disneyland people. That's what gave the old man his stroke. Woke up one day and found Donald Duck in his swimming pool.
Have a nice day. There you go, Al. Looks like you've been well and truly shafted.
Oh, thank you for your sympathy, Captain Hook. What a shame the Viet Cong took so little of you. Damn. I'll kill that double-dealing black con merchant. I wish he was deaf, dumb, and blind by the time I'm finished with him.
Something the matter, Alan?
Yes. The Bank of St. James has had an attack of premature liquidation. Which means that you're in big trouble, Pigs. Me? Yes, you. You've taken over £250,000 in bankers' drafts from your colleagues under false pretenses.
Yes, but you've got the money.
Yeah, I've got the money, but you're responsible for it. You're the treasurer of the Bank of St. James.
No, I'm the secretary.
No, you're the treasurer. I just promoted you. Congratulations. Which means that you're in big trouble. If these good people sober up and realise how much you've swindled them by, they'll throw you off the plane in mid-air.
Oh, my God, I'm going to die, and I've never been physically intimate with my fiancée.
I have. You're not missing much. Now, if you could just get your brain off sex for 10 seconds, I have had a brilliant plan which might just save your skin. Follow me.
9.8%. Sugar smack, 2.95%. Fruit and fibre is 0.89%.
I did a master's in political science at Cornell, but it's not smart to be too smart in this line of business.
Okay, this is a hijack! We are the People's Liberation Army of St. James! Nobody turn around! We have grenades!
The one he says! He's got a gun pressing into my back!
Okay, everybody put their heads between the knees! Not you, Comrade Juan! Okay, if any one of you gringo MPs looks up, there's going to be a lot of unexpected by-elections around here.
Excuse me, but do you know that 73% of hijacks all end in tragedy?
In fact, if anything untoward happens at all, Mr. Dull gets it first. Okay, you filthy, decadent members of Parliament. Get out your wallets and give them to Comrade Juan. With the October 13th movement. Move it! Move it!
Holy God, it's the same thing!
It's me.
Al! What in the name of Oliver H. North is going on, Al?
It's far too complicated for an American to follow, so let's just say I'll give you all the money in this bag if you forget this ever happened.
You got it, Al.
Okay. And I'll just keep those silly old bankers' drafts, shall I? Right. Now, if you'd be so good as to pass me the intercom. Okay, fly this plane to Cuba or I blow the brains out of this attractive young Tory MP, Alan Bastard.
Don't listen to him, Captain Hearn. She's probably just bluffing.
I'm not bluffing at all. Fly this plane to Cuba or I'll blow us all apart. This grenade is primed. I have only to move my finger.
This guy's good. Oh, okay. I'm changing course. Don't kill us.
I'll do anything. Just don't move your finger.
Quick, grab them, Captain. I've managed to get the grenade. Ha! You will never take us alive. Come, Juan, let's jump. God, the emergency exit. For the glory of the counter-revolution! Parachutes. Okay, Pierce. Get changed. Right, now, Pierce, I want you to hit me.
Why?
Well, I need some sign of my heroic struggle. Oh. I will get you for that. Okay, Catherine. Let's go.
Okay, folks, it's all over thanks to your Mr. Bastard here. Boy, I met some tough guys in Nam, but he ain't got nothing on them.
Thank you. Really, it was nothing. I was just doing my duty, you know. I feel so responsible bringing you all here. I'm just so sorry that St. James turns out to be a very bad investment prospect. However, when the hijackers parachuted out of the plane, they took all the banker's drafts, I'm afraid, so £250,000 has gone to fund international terrorism.
Oh, to hell with the money, bastard. You're a hero.
3 cheers for Mr. Bastard here. Hip, hip, hooray! Hip, hip, hooray! Hip, hip, hooray!
Alan, you weren't really physically intimate with my fiancée, were you?
Piers, come over here. Ow! I told you I was going to do that, didn't I?